Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's so great to see you here. My name is Adriana Teodoro-Dier and I'm an intuitive reader with a message for the fire signs. This is for Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Before we get to your reading, I wanted to mention to you that I'm still offering 50% off my remote intuitive readings over Skype and Zoom. And this discount is going to go through the month of May. So if you're curious for yourself or you'd like to gift a reading to someone else, that can be kind of an awesome present. Please check out my website, trueguidancetarot.com, and see what's there and if it resonates with you. Let's get straight to your reading because this is a really, really interesting idea. And so for those of you that really like to think, this is going to be really kind of up, it's your, it's your wheelhouse this week. So the energy around you, we've got the Devil, and the way you're feeling about it is the Knight of Swords. Now, this is interesting. So something or someone has not been being very integral, or they've been holding control over you or over a situation, or doing something a little bit shady that they shouldn't have been doing. And you have this moment where you finally figure it out, and you are furious about it. You know, you do not like finding out this dark thing that's been having a hold over you, and you are bound and determined to just kind of tell everyone about it because you're so angry. You're like, how could they do this? This was wrong, or this situation was wrong. How could it do this? How could it keep me so imprisoned? How could it keep me so down? And you're flying out of there with your sword of truth and your sword of justice, and you're saying, I'm right, and this situation is just flat out wrong. This is not what I want to see. So you think that you're wielding the truth with a capital T. Now that may be accurate. You may have seen through this facade, through the false persona that this person was trying to show to you, or that the situation was being. You may have seen through that, but you're choosing to use your words with anger, and you're choosing to use your words with the self-righteousness. And we need to kind of consider that for a second, because it's still a reaction to the negativity. It's not using those words with love. And so your advice is really interesting. We have the King of Swords, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Three of Cups. Now, let's see if I can hold everything in my hands here. You notice, if we're talking about like a family, we've got 3 sword cards. We've got the daughter, the son, and the father. So 3 people. And I'm not saying this is literally what I'm saying. I'm just trying to tell you a story. So we've got 3 different swords. And then you look here, we've got the 3 of Cups. Now the difference between all of these is these swords are separate. They've all got their own thing going on. He's on a crusade to tell everyone right and wrong. She's just kind of thinking about things softly. And this one is really sitting there considering life deeply, considering right and wrong, considering strategy, considering ways forward. A much more mature, settled energy than either of these two. But the point is that these are all different ways of seeing the truth. This one's a softer version of the truth, one that's more flexible and less emotional. However, I kind of see this one as more corrigible. So someone that's more, if you suggest to them, you know what, this way might be true, they might say, oh yeah, that could be true too. So there's a little bit more mutability in it, whereas this one's like, absolutely not, this is the right way forward. Now, this one considers all angles of the truth to come up with his deepest truth in a very rational, mature, settled way. Now, he is a little bit cold, whereas this one is a softer, right? So this is cold thought, this is angry thought, and this is softer, more flexible, accommodating thought. And what the message is really saying is that we need to bring all of this together. So yes, there are 3 figures here, and they're all kind of similar, but there's a pearl. So the idea of oneness and wholeness. And cups are emotions, and emotions in the tarot are your heart. And so what this is really talking about is you need to fuse all those different versions of the truth, all those different approaches to the truth. You need to fuse them together so that it comes out of a place of oneness, of wholeness, of heart. And when you do that, people will actually listen and connect to you. So the trouble with these guys, you know, this one's just happy sitting thinking by himself. This one's maybe a little bit too wishy-washy, and this one is just barking at people and not really caring how they react or what they say. So, this one's maybe too much of a pushover, this one's too aggressive, and this one's a little too removed. And your message is really saying, bring all this together. Find a way to harmonize all of this within you and try to look at your truth through the lens of your heart, because that is the more encompassing truth. Someone may not agree with the words that you're saying, but they'll understand the energy coming from your heart. They'll read that, they'll respond to that, even if they're not overtly psychic. People understand the energy of the heart. That's what talks stronger than words. What your intention is more than what you're saying. So this got really kind of esoteric here. But the idea is that your truth is so many things. It's not just the belief. It's not just the thought. It's how does this all involve with your heart? And if the truth cuts things apart, if it makes divisions, then that's not really your personal truth that's going to serve you the highest. Your truth needs to be more inclusive. It needs to be more enfolding. It needs to be more encompassing, more embracing. And that's what is going to help grow communities and actually bring people to see your truth and be able to share their truth. And it just kind of expands out from there. The kind of metaphysical idea here is that when you cut things apart, they can't join together. So you're being asked to join things back together and be a leader in that sense. So I hope that resonated with you and made sense. If you've got questions about it, please reach out in the comments. I also invite you to share either this video or other videos off the channel. I do all the elements and all the signs. So it's a really great way to involve yourself in spreading some positivity throughout your own community and your little corner of the world. So I would love for you to be involved in that. And yep, check out my website, True Guidance Tarot, if you want to see if a personal reading is good for you right now or someone else. And I will very much look forward to seeing you next week. Have a good one.